All right. All right. Shalom. Shalom. First off and foremost, as always, I want to say, Call Hulayim La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honor being to the elder apostles of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well. Excuse me. In the course, Shalom to you, Ankim out there. That's pushing the truth through the spirit, through the power, and through the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Shalom to hopeful elect, the 144,000. All right, so this lesson is going to be titled The Lord's Revenge. Okay? The Lord's Revenge, because, the Lord has, indignation towards Babylon, towards Edom, mainly, towards these other nations. Okay, because they have touched the apple of his eye. Now, of course, Jake went, we went off as a people. We disobeyed the Lord. That's why we're in this, this position right now and, at this moment in time. But guess what? This is all part of the Lord's movie. It was the Lord made it to where we had to, go off and, come back to him, and ultimately, be delivered from, this cesspool, going in about the deliverance of the elect. Okay, but not only will the elect be delivered, but also too, the Lord is going to judge these nations. He's going to bring destruction, desolation upon these nations. Okay, because why? Because they have touched the Lord's people. Okay, and right now, the main culprit that has the Lord's people in his hand in subjection, under subjection is who? Esau, Edom. All right, Esau, Edom. Now, right now, there's countless scriptures running through my head right now to get it to start off, but I'm gonna just, of course, go to the Holy Spirit. But I did write down a couple of verses to start it off, and I want to start off with Isaiah 34 and verse 8. Okay, which I can start at 1. I really want to start at 1, but I'm gonna just get to the point. Okay, this is let's get this. I'm gonna get Isaiah 34 in different translation. Okay, yep. Isaiah 34 in the NLT. Isaiah 34 and verse 8, to be exact, in the NLT. And it says, "For it is the day of the Lord's revenge," which is the whole, the whole gist of this lesson. Okay, it says, "For it is the day of the Lord's revenge, the year when Edom." Actually, let me start at 1. Let me start at 1. I want to get this meat, okay? So I'm gonna read Isaiah 34 in the NLT, but my point is in verse 8. The point is in verse 8. Isaiah 34 and verse 1 in the NLT, and it says, "Come here and listen, O nations of the earth. Let the world and everything in it hear my words. For the Lord is enraged against the nations," right? "His fury is against all the armies," right? And that's why the Lord is going to destroy them in this upcoming war, World War III. Okay, you have the whole conflict going on with the Israelis and the Palestinians. Okay, as Esau says through his narrative. Okay, now you have nations are getting involved. Syria, Iran. Things are happening, man. Okay, World War III is close, but don't forget that the MOTB, it has to come first. Don't forget that, because war, it can maybe pop off, but the MOTB has to come. Okay, it has to come first. Now things can happen over there, bombings and attacks. That can happen, which will ultimately lead up to World War III. But don't forget the MOTB has to come first. That's one of the major prophecies that we're looking for, okay? That we're waiting for to be completely manifest, completely fulfilled when people are actually buying with it and selling with it here on, U.S. soil, to be made that mandatory, the mandatory currency, okay? And it says, verse 2, it says, his fury is against all their armies. He will completely destroy them, dooming them to slaughter, right? The Lord is going to destroy these armies, man. Okay, and how is he going to do that? By blowing them into smithereens. You see? Blowing them into smithereens. Okay? Their dead bodies, says, their dead will be left unburied, and the stench of rotting bodies will fill the land. Right? It's going to be, the Lord's going to bring some judgment. You see, it's going to be bodies on top of bodies and more bodies. Okay? It's going to be like, man, it's going to be something vicious, man. Okay? And it says the mountains will flow with their blood, and that's how much blood is going to be. Okay? That's how much judgment the Lord is going to bring. Okay? Verse 4 says, the heavens above will melt away and disappear like a rolled up scroll. And what's that? That's them nukes. Okay? The mushroom cloud. Okay? Go on Google Images and type in a nuclear mushroom cloud. It looks like a scroll. You see? That's why he says this, Isaiah 34 in verse 4 in the KJV. And then I go back to the NLT and it says, this is the KJV, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, right? Meaning the nukes, because the nukes, okay, the nukes is gonna bring that destruction to dissolve, these people. Okay, there's dissolve, those troops that's gonna fight in the valley. Okay, ultimately nuclear destruction. Okay, upon Babylon. Okay, and it says, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, the mushroom cloud, right? And all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth off the vine, from off the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. Okay, now let's head back to the NLT. Okay, I'm going back and forth between translations. All right, Isaiah 34 in the NLT, and it's verse 4, and it says, the stars will fall from the sky like withered leaves from a vine grape of shriveled figs from a fig tree. And when my sword has finished its work in the heavens, it will fall upon Edom. Okay, and what's the Lord's sword? Okay, those nukes, you see? And it says, it will fall upon Edom, the nation I have marked for destruction, right? The nation that's marked for destruction. All right. Esau is marked for destruction, man. All right. This dude deserves destruction for what, he has done to the nation of Israel. Okay. To this day, we are still in captivity under the nation of Edom. All right. Edom, they have a special destruction coming, coming in store for them. All right. And it says, Edom, the nation I have marked for destruction, right? The sword of the Lord is drenched with the blood and covered with fat, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of rams prepared for sacrifice. Yes, the Lord will offer a sacrifice in the city of Basra. Okay, and Basra, that's talking about Esau, Edom, the land of Edom. Okay, because back in the ancient time, Basra was the capital of the land of Edom. All right, and at the time, Esau says it was like over 1 million Edomites that dwelled in Basra. Once you go into the Blue Letter Bible. All right, but we use Basra today for Babylon. Okay, because this is the HQ for Esau. This is where Esau mainly dwells at. Okay. And it's because in Babylon, Basra, this is the great city. All right. But soon this great city is going to become desolate. All right. And it says, yes, the Lord will offer a sacrifice in the city of Basra. And it says, he will make a mighty slaughter in Edom. Okay. So judgment is prepared for Esau, man. Judgment is prepared for the nation of Edom. Okay. The Lord got Esau's number. That's why the title is called The Lord's Revenge. All right. Verse 7, it says, even men as strong as wild oxen will die. The young men alongside the veterans. The land will be soaked with blood and the soil enriched with fat. Right. The Lord's gonna listen, man. The mightiest soldiers are gonna die. Okay. These mighty men, these ultimate veterans, all right, they're going to be judged, man. All right. They're going to, oh man, the Lord's gonna do something special, man. Okay. And this is exactly why we don't have to, take up arms. Excuse me. This is exactly why, that we don't need to. Not saying we want to, but we don't need to take up arms. Okay, we don't gotta do nothing. We don't gotta, take matter into our own hands, because first and foremost, the scriptures say that vengeance is in my heart, said the Lord. All right. Then also too says that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Then on top of that, it says that wait upon me. Okay, the Lord told us to wait upon him. Let's get that real quick, man. This is Zephaniah 3 and verse 9. It says, KJV says, verse 8. Is that the right 3? Zephaniah 3 and 8. KJV, and it says, therefore, wait ye upon me. Right, wait upon the Lord. Okay, because the Lord is the one that's gonna fight for us. All right, all we gotta do is sit back, keep the faith, pray unto the Lord to endure unto the end, and stay faithful until you have Bashim Shai and wait upon him. And it said the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. And who's the prey? All these other nations. Okay, but the main prey, is starting off with Esau, Edom, Idumea. That's the number one prey, all right, towards the nation of Israel. Okay, and it says, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms. Okay, meaning, and how is he going to do that? He's going to gather them in the valley of Jehoshaphat. You see? Okay. Meaning, and that word Jehoshaphat means, Mashapatayim, the Lord's judgment. Okay, Yahweh's judgment. You see? That's how he's gonna, help. That's how he's gonna, get his revenge by, killing two birds with one stone. He's gonna bring all these nations down. Okay, into the battlefield, which is gonna be over in the Middle East. Okay, and then, World War III, and then the Lord's gonna destroy all of them. Okay, in one swoosh. Then on top of that, you're gonna have the return of Yahweh Shai. All right, that's going to do a whole number on them. Okay, so listen, man, Yahweh Shai is going to, avenge his people. Okay, but starting off with the elect first and foremost, because the elect are the ones that has come back to, Yahweh Shai. The ones that has listened, taking heed to the word, and cleanse their ways, man. All right. The ones that's being moved by fear to do, to continue to do right and call upon the Lord. You see? And it says that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation. What's that? Those fiery missiles, man. Those fiery arrows, those nukes. And it says, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. Okay. So let's head back to Isaiah 34 and verse 8. Okay, verse 8 in the NLT. Here's the ultimate point that I wanted to get. Okay, and it says, for it is the day of the Lord's revenge. And when I read that thing about, the James Brown song, The Big Payback, I love that part in the song when he says, revenge. I need some get back, revenge. You know? So how much more compared to how about Shemel Shai, man? If James Brown talking about revenge, talking about somebody took his woman, you got my honey, you got my money. That's what he said in the song. And just like, the Lord, we're his woman. You see? And the Lord is our husband. So being that, we are under subjection by a whole different, man, Esau, Edom, Esau took us. The Lord is about to come destroy this place, man, because Esau got a woman that's not even his in his possession. Okay, real quickly, get a quick precept. Since I mentioned that, Jeremiah 50 and 33, and it says, "Thus said the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah," meaning the southern kingdom and northern kingdom, okay, "were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go." Okay, and guess what? Who took us? Who's the main people that took us? Who's the main nation that took us? Esau, Idumea. You see, and it says they refused to let them go. You see, we're still in Babylon, okay? Because Babylon is the main place of the captivity of the nation of Israel. Now, even though you have brothers and sisters that are scattered across the globe, in other in captivity, got brothers in Britain, Canada, those are ran by Edomites too. Those other, countries and whatnot. You see? But over here in Babylon, this is the main this is the HQ. That's why the privacy of the destruction, as far as like 2/3, and that's going to be within America. Okay. This place is about to blow into smithereens. Okay. 2/3 is about to, be destroyed in this side here in Babylon. And this place, Babylon, is about to be destroyed, man, by nuclear missiles. Okay. The heathen over here is about to be destroyed. Okay. But even though 2/3 on this side is going to be destroyed, and by way of, the nukes, ultimately judgment, Jacob's trouble. But guess what? They're going to be good in the kingdom. You see? So even the wicked Jakes that Esau has, judged, Esau still got to pay for that because they still Israelites. You see? You still touch the apple of the Lord's eye. They're still Israelites. Okay? So Esau, man, you, man, you are done. Okay? The Lord has it in store for you. All right? Let's keep going. Verse 34, it says, "Their Redeemer is strong," right? Yahweh Shai is our Redeemer. "The Lord of hosts is his name. He shall thoroughly plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of the land the inhabitants of Babylon." All right. And how is the Lord going to do that? By thermonuclear missiles. Okay. By coming in, and returning back and destroying this place, by way of those chariots, okay, those laser beams. That's why it says in Isaiah, the Lord is gonna come back with his chariots, like fire in a whirlwind. Okay, so things are happening, man. The Lord is doing things for us. You see. Okay, back in Isaiah 34 and verse 8, and it says, For it is the day of the Lord's revenge, the year when Edom will be paid back for all it did to Israel." Okay, for all it did to Israel, man. And there's so much atrocities, so much diabolical accounts, so much heinous, violent acts that Esau has done to us, our people, that they're centuries, man. You know, this dude, even going back to the ancient time, he was the first to make war with us, man. Amalek was the first to make war with us. All right. Actually, let's get that real quick. Real quick. Amalek. All right, this is the book of. Let's head to the book of Numbers. Let's go to the book of Numbers. '24. No, excuse me. What is? Did it say? Yep, Numbers 24 and verse. '20. Now, I'm gonna start at verse. I'm gonna get to the point. I'm gonna just go to start. I'm gonna start at 18. Okay, this Numbers 24 and 18, but the point's in verse 20. And it says, "And Edom shall be a possession," right? And Edom, okay, meaning the whole nation. And this right here is a prophecy that hasn't been fulfilled yet, because this is because let me see, let me read up a little bit. Okay, because Balaam, he was a heathen, but he prophesied about basically Esau going down and being in slavery, all right. And right here, verse 18, it says, "And Edom shall be a possession," right? "Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly." Okay, so Edom's gonna be a possession. All right, and once you possess something, that means that it's in your possession. You have it under, within your hand, under your control, under your power. Okay, under subjection. You see, verse 19, it says, "Out of Edom, out of Edom shall come he that shall have dominion." Right. So Balaam right now, he fell under a trance. If you read up a little bit, it says that he fell under a trance, and he's prophesying. He's talking about how Edom is gonna be, under subjection, and how Israel basically is gonna be back on top. Okay. And it says, "Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever." Right, man. And Amalek is the main tribe right now of Esau that that runs the world. The ones that are in control right now. They're like the number one tribe of Esau, of the nation of the out of the five tribes of Esau, if you will. They got everything unlocked right now, but soon they're going to perish forever. You see, and that's according to Yahweh Shema Shai, according to the Bible. Okay, because what they have done unto us, they have they got our land. Okay, they're portraying to be us. All right, so hey, man, they got to pay, man. And then on top of that too, once we came out, I believe it was Egypt. They was excuse my language, but they was fucking with us, man. Killing us and stuff. All right. Actually, man, let's get that real quick. Man, what is that? Let me see. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 25. Yep. This is it. Deuteronomy 25 and verse 17. And it says, remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when ye were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou was faint and weary, and he feared not the Most High. Right. So when we came out of Egypt, we try to just walk through the land, and we was going, and we walked through, peacefully, trying to get. I believe go back to. I believe if you go to the actual account, I believe it was Moses. He said that, hey man, we just trying to get through and like get some water or something like that. I believe it was something to that effect. But Esau, being the enemy, he said no, and and they, they did harm unto us, man, foul play, and that's why the Lord is going to destroy you for that. And it says verse 19, and it says 18, it says, when thou was faint and weary, right? Because we come out of Egypt, man. We had to just, flee from, the Pharaoh and his army. You see, we faint and weary, we got babies with us. We got, come on, man. You got old Israelites with us. The elderly with us. Come on, you gotta imagine how it was back in that time. That's why the Apostle Gabar says you got to use your imagination. Once every time you read the scriptures, you got to use your imagination. You got to visualize in your head. And it says, and when thou was faint and weary, and he feared not the Most High. Right, this dude don't fear God. He don't fear Yahweh Shema Shai. That's why the fool has said there is no God. Okay, he thinks that he is God. He thinks that he's gonna continue to dominate the world. But little do you know, the true God, the true power, Yahweh Shema Shai, is going to dominate you and overthrow you and your kingdom and your nation. All right. And put you under us, the Israelites. Verse 19, it says, therefore it shall be when the Lord thy God have given thee rest from all thy enemies round about, and the land which the Lord thy God giveth for thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget it. Right, man. So the Lord has not forgot what you have done. Okay, the Lord has not forgot what you have done unto his people, and that is why, a full circle, why the Lord is going to destroy these nations in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay, the Lord is going to destroy all these nations, starting off with the nation of Edom. Okay, and actually, if you think about it, the majority of these nations are Edomites. Okay, besides, you got Iran, that's Ishmael, and you got Moab and Ammon, which is, the Chinese and the Japanese, Elam, but for the most part, all these nations are Edomites, the ones that are in power. You got the beast, the NATO, and the EU. Those nations, that conglomerate of nations are mainly Edomites. They're all Edomites. So the Lord is gonna just do away with Edom, okay? Because after destruction comes, Esau is gonna be put in slavery, okay, in our kingdom. All right, then so on and so forth. Fast forward, according to the book of Obadiah, the nation of Edom, the whole nation of Edom is gonna be done away with by a great big bonfire. Okay, we are actually going to do away with the nation of Edom by way of fire. Okay, according to the book of Obadiah. All right, let's get that real quick. And this lesson is longer than I planned, really. But hey, it's all the spirit. Obadiah 1 and verse 18, it says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, right? And they shall kindle in them and devour them, And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it. And that is literal. Why wouldn't there be any remains of the house of Esau? Because the Edomites are going to be burnt up literally in fire. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be done. I don't know how the Lord is going to have us do it, but just know the Lord is going to have us complete it. Okay. I don't know how it's going to be done in the kingdom because, hey, man, it says that I have not seen and ear has not heard. Okay. Things are going to happen beautifully in the kingdom. I'm just excited for, how everything is going to turn out. Okay. So I got that. I read that in Deuteronomy. So let's head to the book of Joel. We're getting off on here. And Lord's will this lesson is edifying to the sheep of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, this is Joel 3 and verse 3. And listen, man. This whole chapter is fire, man. This whole chapter is amazing. Okay, but I'm gonna start from the top. All right. Joel 3 and verse 1, it says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat." You see, the Lord's revenge, Mashapatkim, the Lord's judgment, "and will plead with them for my people." You see, for my people and for my heritage Israel. That's the reason. Listen, Babylon is about to be destroyed. These nations are about to be destroyed because of what they've done unto us. You see, keep in mind, we're in captivity right now. We're in Egypt all over again. Okay, so being that we're in captivity, we're in Egypt. Okay, Babylon. The Lord is going to deliver us just like He did in other captivities. Okay. The most famous one in Egypt. Okay, but soon there's going to be another second Exodus, which is going to be, more. It's gonna super exceed the deliverance out of ancient Egypt. All right, which is going to be the deliverance out of this Egypt, spiritual Egypt, America. Okay, because it's going to be by way of chariots. It's going to be by way of so-called UFOs. People are going to see the elect be abducted, if you will. Okay, get beamed up to get redeemed from the earth, as it says in the book of Revelation 14. Okay, so the Lord is doing all this because of what these nations, starting with Esau, Edom, being the head of the crafty council, have done unto us, what they've done unto us and still doing unto us. Okay. And it says, "Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." Right. Hey, man, they over there. That's not, listen, man, we know who we are. Okay. They're in land that's not theirs. You see, that's why the Lord is going to bring harsh judgment, man. All right. Over there they got, they eat swine over there. Actually, I'm just curious to see. Let's see something, man. Let's see. Okay, so over here, oh man, Esau's sick. This place is done, man. Esau's done. So over there, I just Googled kosher pig, and that's a thing out there in Israel. So, man, so how can you guys be, who you say you are, but you're eating pork, swine, and that's completely going off according to the law of the Israelites, the laws that the Lord gave us. You see, but yet you're making something that's unclean clean. You can't do that. You can't make an unclean thing clean, as the scriptures say. You see, you can't make kosher pig. It's not pure. All right. So, yeah, man, those people that claim who they are. All right. The Lord has something special for them. Okay. Verse 3, and it says, and they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for an harlot and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. Right? The auction blocks, man. Okay. The auction blocks, selling humans. Okay. That's human trafficking. That's human trafficking. Believe it or not, that's what that was. All right. You sold humans. You sold people. Men, women, children. All right. And people forget about that. You know, people have forgot about the atrocities that Esau has done unto not only, the southern, but the northern. Okay. 1492, Manifest Destiny, Scalping Gad. All right. The boarding schools. Man, listen, man, East, you have a lot to pay for. All right. You deserve to be destroyed, man. All right. Let's see. Really, you can read, man. You can read all the way down. So I'm gonna jump down to I'm gonna skip a couple verses and jump down to 11. And it says, Joel 3:11, it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fast overflow, for their wickedness is great. Right, man. It's time. You see, the Lord is about to bring swift judgment onto these nations. Okay, everything is getting ready. You see, but don't forget that MOTB has to come first. You see, that CHIP, that rights device, has to come first. All right, and then everything will start speeding up like that. All right, because there's only a few prophecies left. The MOTB, World War III, Jacob's Trouble, of course. The return of Yahweh Shai, the nukes. Then boom, deliverance for us. You see, verse 14, it says multitudes, and the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near, and the valley of decision. Right, man, the Lord's judgment, Armageddon, man, Judgment Day. Okay. And these nations are going to get judged down on the valley of Jehoshaphat, the Lord's judgment, man, Mashapatayim. And that's why this lesson is called the Lord's revenge. Okay, revenge. I need some get back. The Lord is most definitely gonna avenge us, man. Start off with the elect. Okay, let's get that real quick. Revelation 18 and verse 20. And it says, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for the Most High hath avenged you on her. You see? Hey, man, we gonna rejoice. It says rejoice, ye holy apostles, the prophets, talking about us, man. The servants of the Lord, because we are hastening to see this place be overthrown. We want to see Babylon be destroyed. We are patiently waiting to be delivered, okay, by Yahweh Shai. All right. Verse 21, it says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus for violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down and shall be found no more at all. Right, man? Violence. Okay, now violence is going to be in the form of thermonuclear destruction. That's the violence. Because for so long, Esau has been, doing violence. Being that he's the red horse, he has took peace from the earth for so long and spreading violence all over the earth that guess what? It's time for you to be taken out, with violence. Okay. Now it's time for you to get a taste of your own medicine. You see? And it says, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon, America, be thrown down and shall be found no more at all. Okay, because that's going to be the end all be all. We're in the last captivity. Okay. So That's how Babylon's gonna go out. And the blaze of glory, man. Okay? Being blown to nuclear smithereens. All right. And it's lucky for this lesson being kind of lengthy. I'm gonna grab one more, and then that's the lesson. Okay. Zechariah 2:8, and it says, "For behold, excuse me, verse 8, Zechariah 2:8, and it says, For thus said the Lord of hosts, after the glory have he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye." And that's plain, man. You know, an apple of his eye, basically someone that's near and dear unto you. You see, and being that the Lord chose us to be his people, we're near and dear unto him. You see, we're his woman. Okay, so the Lord is going to well, I'll put it like this, just like the movie Django. You know, Django, he had to go, save his woman because she was in the big house, you know. I believe they call it Candyland, something like that in the movie. If I'm not mistaken, of course. But in the movie, being that, Django, that was like how was shy, and his wife was like us, Israel, the elect, he had to go save her, because, Esau took a woman that wasn't his. You see, Esau took a woman that wasn't his, and just like today, Esau has the children of Israel in his possession, all right, and whole time, Israel is not don't belong to East, don't belong to you. You see, we belong to Yahweh Shema Shai because he chose us and being the apple of his eye. You see, so that's why this place is going to be destroyed because you have, constantly touched the apple of the Lord's eye and constantly, dealt wrongly by them. You see, so with that being said, I just want to say, Kol Lame La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakwadash. Double honor being to the elder apostles of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well, and Lord's will, the sheep of the Lord was edified. All right, and shalom to the house of David, the 144,000. Shalom.